Hello and welcome to another edition of the Delayed Kickoff tier list podcast thing.
Is that what we're called now?
Yeah,
Delayed Kickoff tier list podcast.
Yeah, we're the king of the tier lists. Did you know that?
We do a lot of tier lists.
Because
Just whenever we don't have any ideas, it's just
or Max, which we don't have
Yeah.
today. Max is not here. It is just me and Jamie. Do you want to say hello?
It's becoming quite the occurrence now. Max
Oh, bit of beef
Max
for getting the podcast going nice and early.
We're trying all week.
Yeah.
Doing his fucking job.
Well, we were discussing
his
that
job.
you're a guest.
I'm not a guest.
Today you are a co-host.
Since
You're stepping into the co-host.
Since I signed, I've been on every podcast. Since I signed the paperwork.
What a waste of money that was.
Since I is that what category I'm going?
Yeah.
Since
I should have just put a picture of you.
Since I've come here, I've been on more podcasts than Max, and the same amount as you.
I've done the European Super League reaction though. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, you've done one more than me, to be fair.
Everyone loved the mullet.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I'm definitely not a guest.
Well, I don't think that's your decision to make, but we move. And the tier list we are doing today is ranking the top five. We'll be here for 5 minutes and out. Top 25 transfers in world football ever, the most expensive transfers.
Yeah. My idea.
Your idea, yes.
Exactly.
So,
what would this podcast do without
yeah,
me?
This is the worst tier list we've done, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. It is terrible.
I'm excited for this. I think it's quite.
Yeah,
good.
I think
it took us a while to think of the names for each tier.
Yes. So the tiers are world-class signing, a great transfer. That one was hard to come up with. Did the job. That's in quotation marks because Jamie just randomly said did the job for one of the categories. Waste of money, standard, and should pay the club back.
Do you want to explain that one? So,
you can feel free to explain.
It's like if they were that bad, then they cost the club that much money that they should pay the club back for their sins. Because
for their sins,
there's going to be a few in there, I reckon.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's not that many stinkers on there, but
there'll be someone.
Yeah, I feel like this podcast could be a bit of a disaster because you've got a cold. There's going to be a lot of coughing, and I have developed the house cold, I think.
Have you actually?
I have, yeah. I think I have.
That's a nice treat for you.
I know everyone's had it apart from me, but I think I've got it now.
Because you've not been coughing, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. I think it's not that bad.
To be fair, I'm not bad anymore.
It's not that bad, but I think it's gonna get worse over time because I can feel it coming on. So it's a bit of an L. I kind of blame you and Hannah.
This isn't a conversation we should be having. Right.
But if anyone coughs, then we both have colds.
Yes. Hashtag not COVID. Right. Let's start with Arsenal. Their only feature on this list. Nicolas Pepe moved from Lille to Arsenal in 2019 for $79 million. Euros. Yeah, that's the one.
Why would we do it in
dollars? I don't know. Let's do it in dollars. Let's just do an NFL tier list.
Oh God.
You're an NFL fan?
I'm fucking not, no. Don't like American sports.
I reckon Pepe would be alright in the NFL. Right.
Pepe. Go on.
Nicolas Pepe.
Are you starting?
79 million euros from Lille to Arsenal in 2019. Hasn't really done an awful lot. He's had a few good spells of 5, 6, 7, 8 matches where he's had a few good games, a few goals, a few assists. Not a consistent period though.
No.
You would agree with that?
They spent 79 million on someone who's been replaced by someone from the academy who's only 19 years old.
Yes.
So
that's true.
So he's 100% in the bottom two.
But yes. Bottom two.
Like
100%.
Realistically, if a club was to sign him now, how much would be a reasonable amount?
There's a very it's not a fine line. There's a very definite line between did the job and waste of money.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to argue too much whether they're going to be in the upper 3 or the lower 2.
Yeah, I'm looking along. Oh God, there we go.
There we go. First one. It's like Max and his whatever he does.
I'm just looking along this list and I'm thinking who else could go in should pay the club back.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking I want to set the standard and I think he could be the worst one on this list.
At the end of the day, in 2019, Pepe was a bright prospect. I didn't think he was worth £79 million. I don't think anybody apart from Lille and Arsenal thought he was worth £79 million. Probably not even Pepe himself. But like, we'll talk about like Sancho's coming up. Sancho for how much was it? €85 million is a better signing than the Pepe. And we're not like comparing them at the moment.
Yeah, but to be fair, we don't actually know that yet.
No, we don't. That's a good point. That's a good point.
He's had a bad start.
That's a good point.
But I think in terms of this list,
about 90% sure.
I think Pepe should go in the bottom tier.
But what I'm saying is, you know why United spent that €85 million on Sancho. You don't know why Arsenal spent €79 million on Pepe.
He was fairly unknown, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a bright prospect, but you'd spend 50 million max on him.
It was the French league as well. It's very farmer-like, isn't it?
Yes, true.
So yeah, he definitely he's 100% a waste of money, and I think he should go and pay the club back.
He's young. He is young. I think.
Yeah,
there is a future. There's a future. If Arsenal turn their fortunes around here and like in a world where Arsenal were challenging for top 4 in the title, in a world that may be 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons away, Pepe may be a big part of that. But for now, I would say should.
No, I don't think he's ever going to be a part of that because Saka is the same position as him.
But you need a squad, don't you?
Yeah, I know, but
to compete.
You need to be a first team banging in goals if you're going to be worth 79 million.
That's true. But
I don't think he's ever going to get.
I think should pay the club back.
Yeah. That'd be a bit harsh. But...
Yeah. Next, we've got an interesting one. Lucas Hernandez went from Atletico Madrid to Bayern Munich in 2019 for €80 million. We've got 4 players coming up, by the way. They're all €80 million, according to the source we're using. Bayern Munich obviously have had a very good period since 2019 and before that, of course. How much has Lucas Hernandez helped that, do you think?
Not very much. I feel like he's almost like the same as Pepe, as in he's literally just been replaced by a 19-year-old in Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually.
He's not actually Bayern's first choice left back, is he?
Well, Bayern won the 2020 Champions League.
They did.
Who won the 2019 Champions League?
Actually can't.
Who actually?
It wasn't Real Madrid. No, it wasn't Real Madrid, was it? Who actually did win it?
Was it back to back by? It was back to back by Bayern, wasn't it?
No. It wasn't back to back. No way.
Oh, there's no one else.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to pause the podcast
because Chelsea was 2021. It wasn't Liverpool, was it?
Oh yeah.
No, Liverpool was 2018, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Oh no, I think it might have was Liverpool. I thought Liverpool was 2018.
I think it was Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it was actually.
Yeah. You continue talking whilst.
I think I'm agreeing with you. I don't think we need to spend too much time on this. He's again been replaced by Alphonso Davies.
It was Liverpool.
It was Liverpool. Okay, I got the years mixed up. Obviously, we knew Liverpool won the Champions League, but
I wouldn't put him in. I'd put him in waste of money.
Yeah, I think
he's better than Pepe.
Yeah, I think the standards of Arsenal compared to Bayern as well. Like Pepe can't get into an Arsenal team, while Hernandez can't really get into a Bayern team. It's different. So okay.
Yeah, and he's still done a job. I feel like Pepe.
Well, there is a did the job.
No. But he's not done the job. He's just done a job.
Oh, we're getting very technical. Very technical indeed. Moving on to a man who features 3 times on this list. The most expensive player with accumulative transfers.
This is the Inter Milan version.
This is Inter Milan version of Romelu Lukaku. Manchester United to Inter in 2019 for €80 million. I don't know why I stopped.
No, you're struggling with the currency.
No, it wasn't even that. I just started thinking about something else. I didn't watch much of Inter, to be fair.
I actually did, to be fair.
Okay, then. Inter Milan expert.
I feel like in terms of for how long he was there, wait, was he there 1 or 2 seasons?
2 seasons.
Yeah, I think for the time he was there, he couldn't have exactly done more.
I think a great transfer.
I think it's a great. I think if he was there longer, it would have been world class.
Yeah.
But because he was there for 2
because
years,
Inter won the league, didn't they?
he literally
and that's unheard of. And well, it's not unheard of in Serie A.
It is basically unheard of.
Yeah, but
like
currently,
how many times did Juventus win it in a row before Inter won it? It was like 10 in a row.
Yeah, like 50,000.
So he's come in and he's helped them. He's helped knock Juventus off the top, which no one was able to do for a very long time. And what was he, second top goal scorer behind Ronaldo in that season? And
that's why Chelsea brought him. Chelsea wouldn't have bought him if he didn't do that well at Inter.
Yeah, so
they've already had him, and it's a risk bringing a player back for that much. So that's why, obviously, and that transfer does come up later.
I feel like in order to be a world class signing, there has to be some kind of longevity.
Yeah,
but because he couldn't have done more in the time he was there.
Lukaku might end up in 3 different tiers here.
He might go. Yeah, that's a good point. I think he actually will.
Yeah. So a great transfer. I don't think anyone's arguing that. Somebody who probably could rival Nicolas Pepe at the bottom of this tier list is Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Wait, I just realised that there's going to be an issue with this tier.
Well, don't mention it until it comes up.
No, but there's players in here that have barely played a game yet, and there isn't really a tier for that.
We judge.
I feel like whoever's only been there for like 3
we'll have to judge.
Should be in the middle.
Judge the. Okay, that's a good point. Actually, not seen enough.
No. Or not seen enough. Did the job or not seen enough, because we still need a middle one.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
There's
nothing wrong with being on the fence.
This one,
So what were we saying? Not seen enough.
Right, stayed in the middle for you as well.
I know. It's almost like we're now recording.
There we go. That's right. Let's move to Kepa.
Let's move to Kepa Arrizabalaga. Atletico Club, or Bilbao, whatever you want to say, to Chelsea in 2018 for, you guessed it, 80 million euros. You guessed it. You guessed it. Yeah.
I don't remember guessing.
Shut up.
Do you want me to
no. I'll go first. What they basically bought a keeper 2 years later. Yeah. 2 years later, which you don't need to do when you buy an 80 million euros player.
Is he the most expensive goalkeeper, or is it Alisson?
No, he is the most expensive goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah, so you have to compare as well.
When you look at, because at that point, Chelsea Man City was signing Ederson, who's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Liverpool was signing Alisson, who's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Chelsea's answer to that was Kepa Arrizabalaga, who didn't. He's had good games. But when you tell me what's the most memorable moment of Kepa Arrizabalaга's time at Chelsea, I'd say that League Cup final when he refused to get substituted, and that should not be happening for an £80 million and 80 million euros, any currency player.
And he is shit. Like, we have to also think about that.
Yeah, like if Chelsea signed him this summer for 40 to 50 million euros, then I would accept him being a squad player.
Yeah,
because he's good enough to be a second goalkeeper, but not on 80 million euros.
Even that, you can't spend 40 million on a squad player.
Well, that's what people do that these days.
On a squad goalkeeper.
People do that these days.
Who's spending 40 million on a squad goalkeeper?
I don't know. You could probably value De Gea and Henderson at 40 million.
Well, yeah, but we didn't go out and pay that, did we?
No,
we got Tom Heaton in.
That's true. Well, where's he on this list? Yeah, so should pay the club back.
Yeah, he should. He should.
He's not. He's done okay. He's made a few penalty saves. But it's like with Pepe. It's
just
what was funny about that.
They had to replace him 2 seasons later.
Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, it says it all. There was a period as well where Caballero was coming in for him, because
that's what the whole League Cup final was about, because obviously Willy Caballero has a good history of penalty saves. Kepa has developed a good penalty saving record since that League Cup final.
Yeah, Kepa should be even lower than Pepe, because Kepa's like...
Yeah, well, we'll do the inner tiers at the end.
Kepa's like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, true. Final player of this 80 million euros quartet is one of the more older transfers. Monaco to Real Madrid for James Rodriguez. Got a big smile on your face. You're a big fan.
You're just taking your time with taking difficult to read that.
Yeah, very difficult.
Yeah. But yeah,
do you want to do it then? I'll just leave.
I'll do it, man. James Rodriguez, yeah, I think he's a waste of money.
Yeah, I don't think he's poor. Right. This was in 2014. This was clearly off of the back of the World Cup he had in Brazil for Colombia, because he was the best player of that tournament. Before then, people knew who he was, but he wasn't a top player. He became a top player there, and that was his best spell. Real Madrid, at Bayern. He was at Bayern, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was at Bayern.
Yeah, he was at Bayern. And then at Everton. These good set of clubs with Real Madrid, Bayern, Everton. But his best spell undoubtedly has been that 2014 World Cup, and that says it all. So I think has he done enough though to be a waste of money?
Yeah, obviously. Like, this is back in 2014. Like, that's different money then. Like, 80 million in 2014 is a lot different to 80 million now.
80 million now is standard.
Yeah, 80 million is now standard.
Yeah, so isn't it worse that they spent 80 million?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He is a waste of money. Yeah,
but should pay the club back?
I don't know if he's that, because I feel like he definitely did more than Pepe and Kepa did. He's won a lot. He did still win a lot of trophies. I think he won a lot of trophies. I don't want to be quoted on it, but you presume he did. And yeah, I think he was still good, but he didn't live up to expectations, because after that 2014 World Cup, everyone literally thought he was going to be one of the, if not the best player in the world, because he was insane in that World Cup.
Yes.
And Real Madrid are the ones who got him, because Real Madrid were like the shit back then.
Yeah.
And he was just he was a letdown, but he still did a lot of good.
We look at this, the players we've got at the bottom here. There's 4 Real Madrid transfers. 2 of them are classic Real Madrid transfers, and 2 of them are sort of iffy. We'll get to the rest a bit later. But for James, the main question is, has he done enough to promote himself to a waste of money? I think he'd be the bottom of waste of money, because I don't know.
You can't put him with like Pepe and Kepa, because he still did more than them.
Yeah, I mean, he has won a lot of trophies. He won some trophies with Real, didn't he? Although Kepa's won a Champions League technically with Chelsea, and he wasn't he the keeper in the final? Was Kepa the keeper in the final?
No, it was Mendy, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was Mendy.
Kepa was the Super Cup, and one of the reasons he won. So yeah, I think so. Moving on to the phone's gone off. To the 20th most expensive player in world football, Luis Suarez, who moved from Liverpool to Barcelona in 2014 for a price of 82.3 million euros. What's your opinions on Luis Suarez's move from Liverpool to Barcelona?
I think that's world-class signing. He was great for Liverpool, wasn't he? He was great for, he was great for Liverpool, but he was just as good for Barcelona. He was part of like one of the greatest front threes of all time.
Yeah.
And he won everything there was to win. Like, he helped them to a champion.
He's one of the greatest strikers of the generation.
He is one of the greatest of all time. And yeah, I think he's definitely world-class signing.
Yeah.
I don't think many people can argue with that.
He's one of those players that if you put him in your team, you'd expect a few goals each game from him.
Yeah.
You know.
And it was hard to be the main man, because he was literally had Neymar and Messi on the side of him. But yeah, he definitely. I think world-class signing. You
can maybe make a slight case for the top of a great transfer, but I'm not going to be the person to make that case.
Yeah, he should have been there longer as well if it weren't for Ronald Koeman. Saying that he was too old, and then he went and left and won the league with Atletico Madrid. So. Yeah.
And then celebrated the other day against him, and Koeman got on the phone.
Good on him. Fuck Koeman. You should.
Not a Koeman fan?
No, he's dead manager.
Great defender in his day. Sound like a dad saying that.
You watch him a lot.
Huh?
Watch him a lot back in the day.
Yeah, I actually do. Luis Suarez, absolutely world class. And you probably say world class signing his move from Ajax to Liverpool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because
that's not on this list. But you would say
he's one of the goats of the Premier League in terms of forwards.
Speaking of Liverpool, moving on to Virgil van Dijk, €84.5 million, 75 million pounds. 2018, Southampton to Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk. For me, there's only one place this man goes.
How long's he been at Liverpool now?
We signed in 2018. He's 4 years. He's given Liverpool their first Premier League. He's given them a Champions League.
He's probably the best centre back in the world.
He turned Liverpool into a top 4 side, into a title winning side.
Yeah.
Every day of the
literally
week.
transformed the club. And he is probably the best centre back in the world.
He's probably. We'll get to this later, but he's probably up there for being one of the best.
Yeah.
So,
he did a few more seasons like he is, and he could be up there with one of the best of all time in that position.
Yeah, and you just have to watch him play to know that this guy is a phenomenon of a defender.
Yeah. A bit like Varane for United.
A bit like Varane for United. A bit like Vidic for United back in the day.
Yeah, he actually is.
Maybe slightly like Terry, a defender that gets in there, a defender that, isn't going to let defenders run past them too often without a fight. And that's what you need.
Everything.
And the impact this guy had, as I said, on that Liverpool team.
Yeah. Him and Alisson coming in. Yeah. Because he literally, the season that he won the league, he did literally dominate. Exactly. There wasn't anyone near them. And
you saw the impact his injury had on the Liverpool team last season.
Yeah, so he is the difference between them being top 4 and Premier League winners.
Yeah. As much as Salah and Mane are great players, and Fabinho and players like that, Van Dijk is the glue that holds the piece together. So definitely, probably going to the other end of the spectrum here with Romelu Lukaku's second inclusion in this list. Everton to Manchester United in 2017 for €84.8 million, so €0.4 million more than our boy Virgil van Dijk. Don't know why he's our boy when we support United. But okay.
He's definitely not our boy.
We're looking at the bottom two. We're looking at
It's waste of money. Because a lot of it wasn't his fault because he was at the club during a very rough patch with Mourinho.
Here's my point with Romelu Lukaku at Manchester United is he wasn't a flop.
No.
We spent a lot of money on him, and if you could say for money, it was a flop, but he still scored a lot of goals.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's still
a player like that always is going to score.
No matter where he goes.
Exactly. Put him in Scunthorpe and he'll score goals.
Yeah, but when he came to United and we had Mourinho, and I think we just won the Europa League and the EFL Cup, we expected that Lukaku was going to be the man to take us that next step up and become Premier League champions. And after we signed him, we sort of just went backwards. I think he was part of that team that finished second in the league. And that is the best we've done since Fergie retired. But
it was joint last season.
Yeah, he's just not reached. He didn't reach a level that he didn't push us to what we thought we were going to be when we signed him. And then obviously I feel like a lot of it wasn't his fault because Mourinho was a shit manager. Ollie just for some reason didn't like Lukaku. I will admit Lukaku was very frustrating to watch when he was at United.
I think Ollie did the right thing. I think the jury was always out on Lukaku before Ollie came into the job, I think. Yeah,
but Ollie wanted to turn him into a right winger, didn't he? That was made a lot of it what it was about. And you can't. Ollie kind of wanted to turn one of the best strikers in the world to a right winger. And at the time when he left, I think all United fans were like, yeah, get him out, because it was very frustrating to watch him. Yeah, because his first touch was absolute dog shit. But he has improved a lot since he left United.
Yeah, and people are like, United are so going to regret selling Lukaku now because he's going to thrive at Chelsea. It just doesn't work out for some players at some clubs.
Yeah, no.
Stop.
I keep kneeing
being aggressive to
because I'm trying to get too close to the mic. I'm worried that it can't hear me, so I keep kneeing the desk. But yeah, Lukaku.
This is where you need to be professional and have experience. I think good enough to be above should pay.
He's good enough to be a waste of money.
Yeah, good enough to be a waste of money.
He didn't quite do the job.
No,
it's a difficult one because he sort of did do his job.
No, if he was part of that Europa League winning team, I would say he did his job.
I don't know because
if he did this Zlatan, he would have done the job.
Because he didn't win a trophy when he sort of was part of a team that just went down with shitter with Mourinho, but it wasn't really his fault.
Yeah, but as much as it's harsh putting waste of money, we have to base it on what we saw, whoever's fault that was.
The fact that you sign a striker and you sell him 2 seasons later, you can't really have him in.
Yeah,
he didn't do the job we wanted.
Yeah, definitely. Jadon Sancho, Manchester United.
Yeah.
I think we're going to put him in the
Yeah,
middle
it's an
because we've not
obvious one.
seen
We
enough.
could still talk about.
We can. I think we can create a sixth tier
No, we might as well just
because that's too. That's too vague.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. Yeah.
I don't. I might break it. Who knows?
Yeah, if this
I
deletes
don't know
everything,
about-
then it might be a bit of editing
Oh.
that you got to do.
No, don't worry.
There we go.
He knows what
Just
he's
pause
doing.
for a minute.
Pause and sing a song.
I'm not going to sing. We'll take this time to say, Max, sort it out.
A call out on his own show.
I've called him
Wow.
twice now.
Yeah, Jadon Sancho. Not seen enough.
Not seen enough, yeah.
I believe
think-
this is the first tier list. We've had 6 tiers. Breaking
Yeah.
ground. We really are here.
It's like everyone's so far. I mean, it's obvious football Twitter that if Sancho didn't kick on straight away, he was going to get abuse. But everyone's already calling him a flop and shit. But all you have to do is watch United games and the games he's played to realise how good of a player he is. He's not getting the goals and assists, but you can see what's there.
I am 97% sure this kid's going to be a very, very good player at United. Here's a prediction then, because we don't want to just put him in that category and then walk away. In 2 seasons' time, so at the end of the 2022-23 season, where do you think Sancho would be on this tier list?
I think he'll be in a great transfer.
I think
he's too good not to be. I can't see him turning out to be like a Memphis Depay or someone like that.
Yeah.
I just think from what we've seen at Dortmund and from what people say about him as well, like when I heard Rio Ferdinand talking about him when we signed him, he's too good to not do well. I don't think. I feel like a lot of it depends on what manager we get in as well.
Yeah.
Because at the moment he's playing in a team that are shit. Like
it was one of the bright sparks.
Under a manager where the tactics seem non-existent in terms of attacking. So and he was one of our bright sparks when he came on versus Everton. So
yeah, I think if and when trophies come under Ollie or the next manager, whoever that may be, if there is a next manager, Sancho will be a big part of that.
It could be a Lukaku situation if it doesn't go well for him. Like it's probably not his fault. When he signed, the club might have just been in a bit of a shit.
Yeah, true.
Under the wrong manager.
I think he's going to have many, many great years at this club though, because I don't see him being one of these players that doesn't like it, so fancies a move away.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You got the likes of Rashford, Lingard, however long he's here for. They're good friends of Sancho.
Yeah,
he's surrounded by good people that he knows. He's wanted this move for a while. It's just a very, very slow takeoff, which a lot of people expected, a lot of people didn't. But I think, I'm with you. A great transfer eventually.
He needs consistent game time. He can't keep being like starting, then on the bench next game. He needs a bit of a run.
Yeah,
but I still think he's being managed very well at the moment.
It will be. It will be tough because, you need to manage that situation because you've got in terms of why. Because at the end of the day, Manchester United's front line in just after when Ronaldo leaves, Man United's ideal front three for me would be Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, Greenwood up front.
Yeah, but I think even now, Sancho should be starting 90% of games. Like at the end of the day, he's like a 90 million pound man.
Yeah,
and he's probably one of our best players. So I think no matter what, he should be one of those players that are first name on a team sheet almost every week.
It's a difficult situation because, especially now Rashford's back, Rashford will play a lot. Greenwood's form at the moment it makes him almost undroppable. Ronaldo is, of course,
I
undroppable.
wouldn't say at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah, he has petered off a little bit, but he's still.
He's not scored in 4 games.
Well, have United scored in 4 games? Martial has, to be fair.
Yeah, ice cold got me.
Yeah. I'm freezing up in it.
Would have been close to being on this list, wouldn't he? 50 million.
No, because the cheapest on here is 79 million.
Top 50.
Yeah, top 50.
Talked about ice cold.
We've just spent 5 minutes on a guy that's played 7 games.
Yeah,
no,
we should probably move on.
Right, moving on to Neymar. Just got the passwords up on the phone. That was a bit dangerous. Phone's running low on the battery as well. Neymar, Santos to Barcelona for 86.2 million euros in 2013. Neymar's one of those youngsters that has that real bite about him. He's such an exciting player to watch.
You sound like such an old man. I don't know. You sound like such a old
Hey,
pundit.
But when we were kids, okay,
What are you going on about? You literally acting like a 18-year-old Sky Sports
no.
pundit.
But when we were like,
I feel like I'm listening
wait,
to Paul Merson.
I need water now.
What are you going on about when we were kids?
No, but when we were kids, like Messi, I remember when like Rooney was a young boy, Messi mainly being that young kid, and you thought, yeah, this guy's going to be something. And we've had good young kids like Sancho and stuff.
You remember when Messi was a young kid?
Yeah.
I don't think you do. I mean, you can't.
Not like 10.
You can't. Oh gosh, there we go. I can kind of see where you're coming from, yeah,
but like, there's not many players that give you that exciting feel from such a young age as Neymar.
I do remember.
That's the overriding point that I've made, and I've made it really well.
I do remember when he was at Santos, to be fair, and everyone was hyping him up, and then he moved to Barca.
Yeah, everybody was signing
he's one of those
FIFA
players
career modes and stuff. And
yeah, he's one of those players that I personally love, just because he's one of those proper skillful players that are just going to excite you.
Yeah.
But in terms of like where we put him in this list, I feel like
let's remember the PSG one is coming up last, the most expensive transfer ever. So according to here, so
yeah, but something that we can also take into consideration is that what is this now? They made over 100 million profit on him.
euros.
Yeah, 100 million euro, almost over 140 million euro profit on it. So he came, he won the Champions League, he won it all. He was part of one of the best front threes of all time. I don't
want to spoil all that, but he's ranking higher than his PSG days.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He was brilliant at Barca. He won everything.
I think as well.
And then they got a good, what was it, like 5 years out of him?
Yeah,
amazing 5 years out of him. And then they sold him for 140 million profit.
I'd put that world class.
Yeah, I'd put that at world class.
And like it's difficult when you're a young kid at Santos, because you're not sure where the next move is. I think him going to Barcelona was the right move for his career at that time.
Yeah, I feel like even if he signed him, he did fuck all, and then they sold him for 140 million profit. Just because they made so much money back on him, I feel like he'd be a world class signing. But the fact that he still did a lot and made them a lot of money in the process.
Yeah, totally. So
yeah, world class.
World class.
Good on him.
Definitely.
Barcelona are doing well at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, not in real life, but on this tier list, they are doing well.
I thought you meant it. In real life.
They are a very tough time.
What a useful one with it. Moving on to Harry Maguire, who signed for Manchester United from Leicester City in 2019 for 87.1 million euros. Yeah. You sat there.
You don't even ask what's your opinion, you say you speak.
I was going to ask a question.
I have already. To be fair, before we started, I said I did an example of who's in did the job, and I think Harry Maguire is the perfect example of did the job.
Yeah, he
could go into a great transfer, but he's not a waste of money because he's come in, he's improved our defense, he's done very well. We were desperate for him at the time because he came in at a time that we played Lindelof and Bailly and Phil Jones and Chris Smalling at centre back. So he came in and saved us a bit. It's
difficult because you have spent 87.1 million euros on him, and I think he's only really been a top defender since probably this time last year. I think this time last year he really started to get in the groove.
Yeah.
And now Varane's come in. Mcguire and Varane as a centre-back partnership has the potential to be one of the best centre-back partnerships in the Premier League.
I feel like if he came in for 40,
in
for 40 million, I'd be putting him in a great transfer. But the fact that he was 80 million, I'd put him in did the job. But I think he could move up in the future. But,
definitely.
Like, I know it's not relevant. It's not really relevant for United when you talk about England performances. But he didn't carry England, but he helped England to a Euro final.
Here's my worry. You look at centre backs currently in the Premier League. You look at Van Dijk, who steals all the headlines away from Matip. Ruben Diaz and John Stones was a great partnership last season, but Diaz was the one getting the most of the praise. I think with Varane and Maguire coming in, I think Varane is going to take a lot. If like United have this massive upturn in form and they're defensively solid, a lot of the praise is going to go to Varane.
Yeah, but
I think that's a good thing for Harry because it's less pressure on him. But I think it's also a bad thing that he's not going to get the recognition he deserves.
Well, I think we finally got someone next to Maguire that we needed next to him because it's quite obvious that he's a slow defender. And we were pairing him with another slow defender in Lindelof, and we finally got someone who's fast and can sort of make up for if he does make a mistake, Maguire. So when he comes back from injury, I think we're finally going to see the best of him because we finally got someone next to him who complements him.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's
did
done
the
the
job.
job. He's done the job.
He's done the job. Although, has he?
He has done the job. He has done the job, and he could do more of a job in the future. But he's currently done the job.
That actually is interesting. Has he done the job? I was just thinking about that because he was brought in to stabilise the Manchester United defence.
Well, yeah, but
and he hasn't stabilised it as much as you would hope.
Yeah, but we quickly realised that that's not his fault because he was. Sorry. You carry on.
It would have been awkward if you didn't mention it.
We quickly realised that it wasn't his fault because he had Lindelof next to him. He had Luke Shaw at the time, who was shit. He was shit at the time, and then we had. Who did we have? He's always had Aaron Wan-Bissaka, hasn't he? So
they came in the same window.
Yeah, there's
but Wan-Bissaka was like on and off.
Yeah,
well, he still is. But
Harry Maguire, you see when he is actually in a good defence for England, he stands out as like one of the best defenders in there.
One of the best defenders of the tournament.
Yeah, he was arguably one. But yeah, he was one of the players of the tournament in the Euros. So now he's finally got a good defence around him. He's got an improved Luke Shaw, Varane, one of the best in the league, and Wan-Bissaka, who,
yeah.
You know,
I think so. Yeah.
He's good at sliding.
He's good at defending.
He's good at sliding.
He's good at defending. Have you seen his crosses recently?
He's good at defending. Have you seen his crosses? That's very relevant, isn't it? It's nice.
Yes, it's relevant because it's two separate points.
You backed up your. Have you seen his?
No, I'm not backing up. I'm mentioning two separate points.
Okay. But in terms of defending, yeah, he's good at sliding.
He's worked on his positioning.
Yeah,
he's not tucking in, but now he's got Varane.
Yeah, I think he's getting better. So I think I'd like to see Maguire come. And I'd see
wins the ball a lot.
I'd like to see
not
Maguire,
just slide tackling, standing tackles.
I'd like to see Maguire come back into
a player that likes to get stuck in.
And we'll see what this defence can do.
I wish Wan-Bissaka was on this list.
I think he's nearly on the list. He was 50 mil, wasn't he?
Stop saying 50 mil players are on near this list. They're not. Is Wan-Bissaka on this list?
We will have a short break.
Fred's on it.
Yeah, he's got to be close. Yeah,
he's 70. There you go. 70.
Yeah, exactly.
Joints. Yeah, but
we should have done top 100. Nice 3-hour video.
More like 6.
Do you want to wrap the charger?
No.
No. Okay.
I actually do. I didn't want to be professional, but
right. Yeah. Who's next? So yeah, we've
probably someone
I feel like
who
Harry Maguire did the job up. That should be renamed as Harry Maguire. That's it. That tier.
The whole tier list just Harry Maguire.
It's a Harry Maguire dedicated video.
Gonzalo Higuain, probably one of the players we know the least out of all of these. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean,
someone we have lesser knowledge of.
We don't really watch Juventus much, do we?
Let me just get the details out of the way. So he went to Juventus from Napoli in 2016 for 90 million euros. A good striker in his day. Probably a top.
For Napoli more than Juve, though.
Yeah, for Juve, I can't remember him. Because he had that stint at Chelsea, didn't he?
Yeah. He was going out on loan and stuff. Yeah.
About.
No, yeah, he was a waste of money. He borderline should pay the club back because, like,
I don't know enough.
When you sign a player,
I really don't know.
When you sign a player for that much and you end up sending them out on loan, that sends quite a strong message out.
I think so. I don't know too much of him, to be fair.
Did he go out on loan anywhere else, or was it just Chelsea?
I don't know. Well, he's in the MLS now, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
Is he playing for Inter Miami?
Yeah, I think he is. But,
David Beckham.
Yeah,
a lot of people would.
Yeah, he was a waste of money.
Yeah,
I think if we actually watched the Italian league more, we could have put him in. Should pay the club back because it's not a good sign when you send it out someone who costs that much money.
True. But I'm sure he'll forgive us. Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United, to Real Madrid in 2009 for 94 million euros. We don't need to discuss it.
We're not. There's not really much. There's not really much point in. I mean, I know we're doing this at the end, but
yeah, no, we're doing it at the end.
We'll do it.
We're doing it at the end.
He's at the top, isn't he? Realistically,
one of the best players in Real Madrid's history, and that says a lot because they've had like Zidane.
I mean, one of the best players.
He probably is the best.
One of the best players in history.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So yeah.
But like specific to Real Madrid,
it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money at the time, but he couldn't exactly have done more, could he? Like, what was it? 5 Champions Leagues, Ballon d'Ors.
The guy's won it all
multiple times.
Yeah, the guy is like it. At that point, it doesn't really matter about price tag, does it?
Yeah, in his Real Madrid days, he was probably the second best player of all time.
This is the oldest transfer on this list as well. For 94 million euros.
Yeah. So
if that happened 10 years later in 2019, how much do you think he would have gone for?
Well, he would have had to have been worth more than like when you think of how much Neymar went for, he has to be worth more than him, doesn't he? So it'd be like you'd be pushing 300 million, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah,
because this guy had already won a Ballon d'Or before he moved to Madrid.
Yeah,
of course.
You can't.
United.
There's not really, and a Champions League.
And a Champions League, yeah. And a few league titles,
There's probably the person we should talk about the least.
Yeah, you don't have to justify him.
It's a bit obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. 100%.
I know what the next one's going to be.
Yeah, we're moving on from one Real Madrid winger to the next Real Madrid winger.
Meant to be the Ronaldo replacement, wasn't he?
The Ronaldo replacement, but is he joining Ronaldo in world-class signing? We're talking about Eden Hazard moving from Chelsea to Real Madrid in 2019 for 100 million euros. Get this, plus 40 million euros additional fees.
14 or 14.
I tried to make that sound as exciting as possible.
You're very animated today, aren't you?
I know.
You're loving it.
I'm hating it. This is the worst day of my life.
Yeah, obviously you should pay the club back. Pay them back for his sins because he's done fuck all. He's
been there 2-3 years. He's probably played about 4 games.
Yeah.
So
compared to what he was at Chelsea, he couldn't have done any worse. Because the expectations were so high, and he's been
in a similar vein to Lukaku. It's not really his fault that he's made of glass.
Well, how is that similar to Lukaku?
Because it's not Lukaku's fault either.
Lukaku,
it's not Lukaku's fault because of the manager, but it's not Hazard's fault that he's made of glass. It's his parents' fault.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But
Hazard's
he wasn't really like that at Chelsea, was he?
No, exactly.
It's just been the fact that even when he has played, he's just been a bit shit.
The fact of the matter is, he went from being one of the best players in the world at Chelsea, and now I forget he's at Real Madrid.
Yeah, I literally forget he even plays football.
Like, if I watch a Real Madrid Champions League game and they name Hazard in the squad, I'm like, that's what he's doing now, is it?
Plays football.
Yeah. It's literally like that school friend you see. 2 years after you leave school, you just see him working in the shop. And you're like, oh, that's what you're doing now, is it?
That sounded very bad. That sounded like you sounded so up your own arse when you said that, as if you're like, oh, he's in the shop. Well, that's what you're doing now. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm driving in Rolls Royces and you're just doing that.
You made yourself sound like such a knobhead.
How?
It was just like you going, oh, that's what he's doing now, working in the shop.
It's not bad, though.
As if it's just like, well, his life's gone to shit, hasn't it? You're comparing him to Eden Hazard, whose life has his life's not gone to shit. His footballing ability has gone to shit.
Right. Yeah. And it's not been helped that he's been sandwiched between Ronaldo.
Yeah, he was. the Ronaldo replacement.
My apologies.
The Ronaldo replacement is quite literally at the complete opposite end of the tier list.
Yeah. Well, it's ironic because the Ronaldo replacement is the bottom of the tier list, where we're putting Ronaldo himself causing that void that Hazard hasn't really filled that much. Ronaldo to Juventus. He went from Real Madrid to Juventus in 2019, didn't he? And he did that. Guess how much for?
How much?
He went in 2018, actually. 100 million euros. Which is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Sorry, something just came up.
It's very similar to Lukaku's Inter Milan move. As in, he couldn't have really done much more. He won leagues. The fact that they didn't win the Champions League It wasn't his fault at all.
Yeah, but
And he was literally
he was brought there to win the Champions League.
Yeah, but the fact that
They were always they were winning league titles way
like
before
we said
he came.
that Lukaku was a great signing. Ronaldo last season finished as the top scorer above Lukaku last season.
I think no. I think I was going to say a point.
Ronaldo came in and Ronaldo did Ronaldo's job.
I think you have to compare Juventus to Inter. I think what Ronaldo did was he came in with the intention of winning the Champions League with Juventus.
Yeah, but
and he didn't do that. Well, Lukaku didn't come in and say, I'm winning the Champions League with Inter. He probably didn't even say he's winning the league.
Yeah, but
with
they were
Inter.
very unrealistic expectations of Ronaldo because we didn't really sign anyone else to sort of back that.
Obviously, it's Ronaldo. He's high up the tier list, obviously.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo's a great transfer for Juve because fucking like
I think he's
them at times.
I think Lukaku's a better transfer. We'll do that at the end, but I think Lukaku's a better transfer.
Well, I don't know because if you compared it to like if you put Ronaldo into Milan City, he would have scored just as many goals, if not more, and probably helped them to win the league. And if you put Lukaku in Juve, he still wouldn't have won the Champions League. Ronaldo.
Well, that's true. But as you're saying, it's not his fault. But we do have to consider these.
Like
exactly.
Like you saying that Ronaldo.
We can't erase certain bits of history because we don't agree with them.
You saying that Ronaldo should be and did the job with Harry Maguire?
No. I'm happy to put him in great transfer, obviously, but it'll be a conversation for later. When
he was just let down.
These
he was just let down by the people around him because they just weren't good enough. Like you look at Juve's team now, Ronaldo's left, and you think, "Fucking hell, that's dog shit." Like if even in the top half of the team.
No, I think they
might be. They've won the last two or something. I think. But,
get them.
They're very It shows how important he was to them. The fact that they've gone to absolute shit since he left.
Yeah.
He was a great transfer, and if he would have won the Champions League, he would have been in world class. But he couldn't do that. Couldn't manage it.
Yeah. Moving on, we're in the top 10. Gareth Bale moved from Tottenham to Real Madrid in 2013 for 100.8 million euros. Bale, another really talented young winger that burst onto the scene at Tottenham.
I loved him in the Prem.
One of your favourite players, probably. Which surprises me because
I was gutted. I was gutted he didn't come to United when he left Spurs.
Yeah, there was
rumours. There was a lot of rumours. I think David Moyes has spoken about it. Quite a few. He's spoken about it quite a few times, hasn't he, about how close he was signing to Gareth.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he's done like the amount of Champions Leagues he's won at Real Madrid.
Yeah,
in that final against Liverpool where Karius had a nightmare, scored two incredible goals.
The second wasn't really incredible. It was more Karius.
Yeah, but it was still a very good shot from a very long way out.
He hit it straight at him, and realistically, the keeper should have caught it.
But it beats just a standard, 1-on-1, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, and in the Champions League final as well, you're going to take that. So,
I feel like
I think it's a great Actually,
it's a great. I think it's a very.
Does it
very underrated.
Does it break into world class? Do you think?
No, I don't know whether it does, but it's very an underrated signing.
What would he need to have done though? Because he's won the Champions League, he's done the leagues.
Yeah, I think he could be in world class.
Maybe, I can't remember because it was so much. People thought that he was going to win a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, that's hard to do that at the time though, because it was Messi and Ronaldo were in their peaks, so it was very hard for him to do that. And
the one person who's broken
I think to be fair, I think if you're gonna put Neymar in world class sign,
I apologise.
Fucking hell, this whole podcast is just you coughing.
It's not the whole podcast.
It wasn't as bad at the start, but then it's becoming every 30 seconds now. I can't,
I just need to contain myself. I need to contain myself and get on with the podcast.
Just hold it in.
This is called professionalism.
No. Yeah, see,
I need to step outside.
if we were still doing this on Zoom, you could just mute every time you were coughing, but we can't do that now. Yeah,
we can do it.
If you're gonna put, he had a sort of he had a better career than Neymar at Real Madrid than Neymar did at Barca, because he won more Champions Leagues, didn't he?
Yeah,
maybe not individually, but he was still very good. So he is world class signing. Yeah,
I'm probably the bottom of world class signing, but that's
the fact that he didn't reach full potential that we expected, and he's still world class signing. Shows how good he is.
True. And he's back at Real Madrid now.
Yeah, he is. I don't think he's not.
That was a big one. It's not happening.
He's not playing much, I think, because I think he got injured recently. But
Yeah, again, he's had a lot of injuries.
He actually did. Even at Spurs, he did a lot better than people actually thought.
Yeah,
his stats were a lot better than people actually thought for Spurs.
And we thought Kane, Son, Bale were the best front three in the league.
Yeah, we did. But it didn't really turn out that way.
Yeah, moving on to Paul Labiel Pogba. Probably one of the most talked about transfers on this list. People do like to bring it up all the time. He signed to United for Juventus in 2016, 405 million euros. 89 million pounds, that is. There or thereabouts. What is your opinion as a Manchester United fan on Paul Pogba's time at Manchester United Football Club?
I don't know.
It's so tough, isn't it?
It's going to take me a while to decide this, because I'm just trying to debate whether he's a waste of money or whether he did the job.
Let's talk about the trophies that he has won at Manchester United. So
it's not going to take long.
He won the Europa League and the League Cup.
Yeah,
and the Community Shield.
The Community Shield doesn't count. That's not a trophy.
And the Community Shield.
No, that doesn't count.
And the Community Shield.
Okay, if you want to count that, then you can count that. But I'm not counting that.
And the Community Shield.
Yeah. Okay, we move.
He came in after the FA Cup winner by Louis van Gaal.
Yeah. I think
he's not really.
I don't know.
He's only really been the Paul Pogba we expected the last few months.
I think
like the fact that he's got 7 assists in 7 games at the start of this season, and United haven't really been that good.
I think it
shows how good he is and shows what we were expecting from him. We haven't got that.
I think it's very similar to what I said about Harry Maguire, where when he signed, he was in a defence with a load of shit. And
I think he's done a job.
I think Pogba should be and did the job, because he has had the players.
Because he's not wasting money.
The players that he's had around him since he's been at United has been embarrassing. Like, he's been playing with people like Andreas Pereira and when Jesse Lingard was in a tough time. So yeah, I think he did the job. He's not a waste of money because he's still one of the best midfielders in the world. But he should, if he signs a new contract, I'm hoping that, because now we've got good players around him, and I'm hoping that if Ollie improves or if we get a good manager in, I'm hoping Pogba's going to push on and get into a great transfer.
Yeah, I think. I was going to say Ollie's brought the best out in Pogba, but he's played under 2 managers on the United.
This season
has hated him. So
this season is it's like the time for Pogba, because we've all said, like, what could he do if he had better players around him? And now he's finally got better players around him, and he is sort of doing the job now. He's sort of doing well because he's got 7 assists already.
Yeah.
But this is sort of like a defining season for how we're going to judge Pogba, because he has finally got people like Ronaldo and Sancho and Greenwood and Rashford and Bruno and all that.
And I hope Rashford coming back means Pogba goes into the middle of the park. We'll see the end of that McFred partnership or any crazy partnerships.
He's not stay. I don't know.
We get a solid Paul Pogba and a solid Manchester United.
I think we've not seen the end of McFred, because I think in big games Ollie wants a more solid midfield. I don't think he trusts Pogba to do that. I don't have
the greatest problem with that.
I have the greatest problem, because I think Pogba is better at defending than Fred.
Oh yeah. Obviously, I'd much rather have a different partnership, but if there was certain games you would play the McFred partnership, so to speak, then some of those games would be against.
Hopefully Pogba's days at left wing are sort of over once Rashford's back.
But he is good at left wing, and that proves how good he is. That he's versatile to move into different positions.
I just want him to sort of prove how good of a centre mid he is. Yeah. So we'll leave him in did the job for now.
True.
We know where this one's going.
Yeah, I think
that's. Is this just one of the biggest flops? I mean, it doesn't help that he's injured.
I'm not a fan of Ousmane Dembele. When United were linked to, I thought, oh my god, let's go somewhere. Let's go into a cave and not know about football for the rest of my life.
No, when he was linked to us, I was thinking, fuck me, he's probably not who I want, but we need it. Because this was like.
Is he better than Dan James?
Yeah, like, as much as he's not fulfilled his potential, he is better than Dan James. But this is like
Dan James at United was better
When we
than
were-
Dembele at Barcelona.
When we were linked to him, this was when we made that was our transfer window where we signed Van der Beek, Cavani, Pellissieri,
Yeah,
and
all
MF.
the people. Well, Ousmane Dembele, I'll just get the details out of the way. Dortmund to Barcelona 2017, 105 million euros plus 45 million euros as add-ons.
I mean,
That's too much.
he's
for a
done
player.
fuck all, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Realistically, he's done fuck all.
There's a reason his nickname is Dembulance.
I didn't know that was his nickname.
People
But-
call him Dembulance.
Yeah, it's kind of not his fault
Because-
because he can't find any form because he's constantly injured. But when you look at that, you can't put him anywhere.
Very,
but the bottom.
very similar to Eden Hazard. Not in terms of players, but in terms of situations.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. You can't put him anywhere, but it's at
Apologies.
the bottom to.
No arguments.
We know.
Romelu Lukaku's third and final inclusion in this list. Inter to Chelsea 2021, 115 million euros. Not seen enough. We've not seen enough. Started well. Had a few games he hasn't scored for Chelsea, but he's played what? 10 games?
Yeah.
So,
He's definitely.
Not even that.
He's definitely not seen enough. But yeah, I think we said it in the transfer window video that he's probably like the missing piece to the puzzle.
Chelsea won the Champions League without a player that could put the ball in the back of the net. Now they've got a player that can put the ball in the back of the net. He is that final piece. Definitely. But yeah, I expect him. If Chelsea dominate English, well, they're not going to dominate, I don't think. But if they win, like if they break that Man City Liverpool like grip hold they've had on the title, I mean, I think they did it the first time round. If they do it again, we'll be in great chance for world class.
Yeah, I think he will end up there. Yeah,
but likelihood is we're not doing this again. Jack Greenish,
again,
exactly the same.
Exactly the same. I think he'll be a great transfer.
Yeah, I think Aston Villa to City, 117 million euros, 100 million pounds, 2021. Yeah,
And maybe it was slightly overpaid, but when you consider he's English and they bought him from another Premier League club, that's probably standard for someone of that quality.
Here's the issue I have with the Jack Grealish transfer to Manchester City, is they should have spent that 100 million pounds on a striker.
Yeah, but we can't really blame that on him, can we?
No, obviously not.
And that 100 million pounds wouldn't have really got them a striker because the one they wanted was Kane,
true.
and Daniel Levy priced them out of that because I think they offered like 160 million, and he still told them to fuck off.
True.
Yeah, in terms of Jack Grealish,
I think he's played most games, which is
I think he's played
interesting.
He's played every game, hasn't he?
I don't think he played in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
But like in terms of Pep, that says a lot because Pep likes to rotate. So
he's obviously one of his main men, and I mean, when you sign someone for 100 million, that's kind of what you expect, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely not seen enough yet.
Yeah.
Been slightly better than Sancho, but that doesn't really matter. Did the job is a category. Why have I just read did the job?
I don't know.
This always happens to me. My attention
actually,
span has not lasted
I
this
have
long.
no idea why you said that.
Well, maybe Antoine Griezmann might go in that list.
I think this podcast did the job.
Yeah.
It's not-
Just get the delay kickoff logo and put it in. Did the job.
Yeah, it's not
delay
it's
kickoff
not
has
been
done the
world-class,
job,
It's not been great,
Yeah.
but it's done the job.
but Max hasn't because he's
We
not
need-
here,
yeah, he's
and
not-
his
he's
job
not
has
done
not
the
been done.
We needed to do one while Max wasn't here, and we've done the job.
Yeah.
And we've nearly finished the job. We've got
I
5
question
left.
need, but Antoine Griezmann to Barcelona from Atletico
Jesus
Madrid in
Christ.
2019 for 120 million euros.
I'm putting him in should pay the club back.
I can't really think of too many.
You've
arguments.
signed
I
a player
can't,
for that much, and then you've done fuck all. You've not won anything.
Yeah, true.
And then
Have they won-
did they win? Did they win? I don't think they did they?
Well, a league.
Well, they didn't win the league, but did they win a cup?
They would have won like a Spanish cup or something.
Well, I don't even know if he did. But then
The start of Barcelona's downfall.
they've then gone.
Not
and
his
sent
fault,
him-
obviously,
Yeah,
but
he wasn't good. And then they went and sent him back to the team that he was previously at. Is he gone permanent or is he on loan? I swear it's loan with option to buy, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Not probably, you're wrong, probably that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, is Barcelona, any recent transfer from Barcelona is just going to be at the bottom. Of
Well, in
list.
that same vein, Joint fourth for 120 million euros plus 40 million add-ons. Liverpool to Barcelona 2018 for Coutinho.
We know where he's going, and there has been absolutely no in between with Barcelona on this tier list. They're either world class or,
I was just thinking
they should be pay the club back.
Well, these transfers happened a bit before these three, so
they've got 2 in world class and 3 in.
Such a shame as well, because as a United fan, I hated seeing Coutinho at Liverpool because of how much a good player he was.
I don't know whether if he was honest, he'd probably say that he regrets leaving Liverpool for Barcelona.
Yeah, I don't think he would regret leaving.
He has gone on to win the Champions League with Bayern.
Yeah, true. He wasn't. He wasn't the biggest part of that.
I don't know. He scored a hat trick in the quarter of a semi.
I think the majority of Bayern players scored a hat trick. To be fair, they scored like 1 billion goals.
The fact that he went and scored a hat trick against Barcelona in the Champions League, the club that he was on loan from, I think that should put him in. Should pay the club back.
Yeah,
alone. Because he's literally gone and fucked the club.
Definitely.
He's still there though, isn't he? I saw it. I think I watched Barcelona the other day, and he was playing.
Yeah.
So he's still there trying, but
poor guy.
Poor guy.
Nice guy as well. Apparently.
Really?
Yeah. I'd like to go out for a pint with him.
Fair enough.
Somebody I don't want to go out for a pint with is João Felix. Probably.
And why is that?
I'm unsure on his age.
He's over 18.
Benfica to Atletico Madrid in 2019 for 126 million euros. This is an interesting one because people are very divided on João Felix. I don't think I've ever heard you speak about him. So I'm interested to hear where you think João Felix is in this tier list, just in general. Not in terms of he's still Spain, but
he's still very young, isn't he? So you can't really judge him too much now. It's going to be hard for someone to go to a club for that much money and have that pressure on them, but he has helped Atletico Madrid to a league title.
I think he's done the job.
I'd say he's done the job. I'd say he's done the job.
It's difficult. I think we've missed a tier here because he's done the job, but at the same time, he was very, very expensive.
Yeah,
for a player that young, that inexperienced, that slightly unknown.
I don't think he is going to be a waste of money because I think he will.
I don't think João Felix is ever going to be a top 5 in the world.
I don't think he ever will be for Atletico Madrid, but I can see him leaving Atletico Madrid one day and becoming that kind of.
Well, Manchester City were interested. I think he could work in the Man City system.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where.
But I'd put him in, did the job. I'm not putting him in a great transfer.
Oh, I don't think so. Chance. It's either waste of money or did the job. Because
it's a bit in between, isn't it? But it's not seen enough. So
he's been all right, but when you consider the price tag,
I think you put him in.
I think you put him in the job because he has won the league for Atletico Madrid, and that's quite a difficult thing to do. I know Barcelona and Real Madrid aren't what they used to be, but that's still a difficult thing to do.
As much as Atletico were good, they wouldn't have won it if Real Madrid and Barcelona themselves. So.
No. So, I'd put him in the job. It might be controversial because of the amount of money we spent on him, but I think it's 50-50 on whether you put him in each one.
Just that massive sum of money for such a young person.
I think people will
leads me to waste of money.
I think
because he's won one league, and I know it's Atletico Madrid and it's in the league, and they don't often win because of Madrid and Barca. But I just think. But at the same time, Mcguire and Pogba are there, so...
We have to take into consideration that we don't watch Atletico Madrid much. There could be an Atletico Madrid fan that would say to us, you're chatting shit. He's actually very good.
Yeah, was Luis Suarez the main reason that Atletico Madrid won the title?
No, I think Simeone was the main
reason. Yeah, obviously, manager aside, but players. I don't think Felix was the...
No, but I think he's doing... I think he's done the job.
It's a tough one.
He's done a good enough job to not be a waste of money, I think.
But it's a lot of money. Is one league title enough to dignify?
Yeah, but when
his club spending 126 million euros on him from Benfica, I don't think he has.
Yeah.
So for 126 million for a player like that, you want it for a young player like that as well. You want him to be a top player in that league.
Yeah,
I don't think he's top 5 players in the
league. I've had a change of heart.
I've persuaded you, me.
I can't lie. I just looked at the people who were in waste of money and just thought, has he done better than James Rodriguez and Lukaku? Probably not. No. And he is more expensive than both of them. So we can't really put it. Yeah, no, waste of money is a waste of money.
Yeah. I think if he
Sorry,
was a
Jack.
cheaper price, did the job. But
Yeah. Sorry, Chief.
Kylian Mbappe from Monaco to PSG 2017 for 145 million euros plus 35 million add-ons. One of the world's best, will be one of the world's best for many years to come. But we'll be in a you know what? I think we'll do both here because Neymar and Mbappe both came to PSG in 2017. Mbappe for 145 million euros plus the 35 million add-ons. Neymar for 222 million euros. So both came to PSG at the same time. So it makes sense to sort of judge their time at the same time, considering they're the final two.
Yeah.
PSG's main objective has been win the Champions League because even though they didn't win the Liga last year, Lille did. They walked that league 9 times out of 10. They need to win with the money they've got and the squad they've got. They're Champions League winners. They have to be, and they haven't done that yet.
I think when Mbappe leaves for free in the summer, he's going to be in wasted money.
Yes.
Yeah, because
that is 0% his fault.
Yeah, no, it's not his fault, and
maybe 1% for choosing PSG.
I don't know. It's really hard to judge these.
It is because it's more we're judging the club, not the player.
Yeah,
which is part and parcel of what we're doing. But
I'd put Neymar in a great transfer. I'd put them both in a great transfer. I can't lie. I don't know. Neymar maybe not, but can you put Neymar and Mbappe in the same category as Pogba and Maguire? I think they are more Lukaku, Ronaldo level because Neymar and Mbappe have scored so many goals for PSG
individually. Yes,
and I just don't think. I think they're a great transfer because of the goals and assists return and the way that they play, but I don't think they're a great transfer just because I don't think they're a world-class transfer because PSG haven't reached the heights that they want to reach, but I don't think that's Neymar and Mbappe's fault. They have got to a final as well. They've come very close.
Yes.
And they could easily do it this season because they've just beaten City, who got to the final last year and are one of the favourites.
Yeah.
They've got
but they also drew to Club Brugge and lost to
to
Rennes in the league.
I
So
think
they're one of these inconsistent teams.
Well, we could, if we did this at the end of the summer, I think we could make a better judgment on this. But I would put them both in great signing. I can't lie.
We could be here for hours discussing this because it's so difficult.
I just can't.
At the end of the day, it's splitting the player and the club because they haven't achieved what we all thought they were going to achieve when they came. Although, how long they've been there now? 5 years.
They've still won the league year after year. I mean, they didn't win it last year, to be fair, but.
And PSG not winning Liga is a complete
but
disaster.
They've still gone there, scored a lot of goals, played well, and won a lot of trophies. And got to a Champions League final. Can you sit here and tell me you're going to put them in the same category as Pogba and Maguire? No is the answer. By the way, if you're struggling for the answer on that.
I'm not. I thought of a point, but it was a bad point, so I'm not going to mention it.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
the amount of times in the last 2 minutes that you've gone,
it's so difficult though, isn't it? Because you don't.
In terms of individuals, I'd put them in great transfer.
I'm just putting them in. Did the job. I want to. No, I'm not going to keep them in.
How does that look now that you put that there?
Yeah, I think that looks better, to be fair.
It does. You can see Neymar and Mbappe being more on that Lukaku, Ronaldo level.
Individually, a great transfer.
Yeah, I think they've done.
If they won the Champions League, they'd be bang.
Yeah.
Don't know why I choked there, but a bit like PSG in the Champions League final choke.
Yeah, exactly.
But very topical. But yeah,
I think that list is pretty good. To be fair, are we sorting out?
Let's do the orders then. We can close the phone.
I think
Pepe's at the bottom.
No.
I think Pepe's at the bottom, and I think Kepa's next.
No chance. The three Barcelona, all of them Barcelona signings are worse than the Pepe signing. They spent 140 million on Coutinho just to send him out on loan, and for him to win the Champions League with a different club that they sent him out on loan to. That's so embarrassing.
True. Do you think Dembele's the bottom? I think Dembele's the bottom.
I think Coutinho's the bottom purely because of the embarrassment of how badly it's gone.
I think Griezmann's the top because Griezmann did do something.
Yeah, he did do something. I think Pepe's top of that list. because he was
I
the
think
least
Kepa,
he was the least
because
expensive.
I think Kepa, for the main reason that Kepa has like that Super Cup final, he was probably the best player for Chelsea. There's been games where he's won crucial games for Chelsea.
Yeah, he has won the Champions League as well. So yeah, I'd put Pepe above Hazard 100%. I think that's.
Would you do that?
I'd put Griezmann above
yeah,
Hazard, yeah.
yeah?
I think that's
breaking up
perfect.
that.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, so do I. Waste of money.
I'd put Hammers top of that, and then Lukaku second.
What, in terms of that or bottom?
No, I'd put him there. I'd put him at the top.
Hernandez has won the Champions League, though.
Yeah, I'd put Hernandez third. Yeah, but we've also got to talk about how much did he contribute to that.
I think Higuain's bottom. I think that.
Yeah, I can get back.
I just got a problem with Lukaku.
Yeah, I can back that. I've got no issues with Lukaku. If Lukaku's listening, just Charlie that's got an issue with you. I thought you did your first touch wash, yeah.
A lot of call outs today. A lot of people are going to be knocking on your door. We have two other times to
It'd be
deal
a
with.
very strange day if Max and Lukaku came and knocked on my door.
Some people say they're the same person. Have you ever seen them in the same room? Not me. Right, not seen enough. You can't really.
Yeah.
In terms of what they've done so far, it's that or that.
Yeah, I'd say Lukaku top.
Yeah, it's that.
In terms of what they've done so far.
It doesn't really matter. Did the job. Who's been better, Maguire?
I'd just leave it like that.
Yeah, I think so too. Right, great transfer. I think Neymar's bottom. Controversial, but I think he's bottom.
Yeah,
because he's the most expensive player. That's the most expensive transfer ever.
Just because of how much he was, yeah.
Oh, does that make him waste some money though? Because he hasn't.
None of that. Are you really going to put Neymar?
No, not wasting money, but did the job. Because he's 222 million euros. You've got to win a Champions League if you're 222 million euros.
He's still done very good in terms of individually.
Winning leagues with PSG and scoring goals.
It's not really his fault that he's not won the Champions League.
Yeah, but I don't care. It's not Hazard's fault he's been injured. It's not Lukaku's fault he played under a manager that hated him.
Well, yeah, but it still happened.
Exactly. Like Neymar hasn't won the Champions League. It still happened. Well,
but that's not his fault in terms of he's still performed well individually. These two have not performed well individually.
It's difficult. I'll keep Neymar, but we'll put him bottom. I think that's perfect.
I'd leave it like that. I mean, to be fair,
you can make a case for Ronaldo above Lukaku, but I think for the clubs, Lukaku.
Yeah, and Lukaku was a bit cheaper than Ronaldo.
I think Cristiano goes top of world class.
You think?
I think Van Dijk goes second. That's very controversial, but I think Van Dijk would go second, Pierce. For what he's done to Liverpool, for what
I'll agree.
He's come out of, well, not nowhere, but Southampton, to go to win a Premier League and Champions League.
Yeah.
Liverpool don't win the Premier League or Champions League without that man.
Yeah. I'd leave it as that, to be honest.
Yeah, Bale's bottom.
And the fact of it,
could you swap Suarez and Neymar?
No, I think that's.
Who was a bigger force? The
Suarez, I think, because even after Neymar left, Suarez was still there.
I think so. I think in terms of longevity, they've done that.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
That's perfect.
Just to recap for people who have decided, we're accommodating here. Should pay the club back from bottom to top is Coutinho at Barcelona, Dembele at Barcelona, Hazard at Real Madrid, Griezmann at Barcelona, Pepe at Arsenal, and Kepa Arrizabalaga at Chelsea. Do you want to do waste of money?
No, you can carry on.
Oh yeah, bottling at you.
You're the boss.
Good.
I just realised that City are only on this list once.
Yeah, they're very good at spending under a certain amount of money, apart from Jack Greenish. Higuain for Juventus, Felix for Atletico, Lukaku for Manchester United, Lucas Hernandez for Bayern, and James Rodriguez for Real Madrid. Not seen enough. Sancho for United, Greenish for City, Lukaku for Chelsea. Did the job. Paul Pogba for United, Harry Maguire for United, and something up.
No, just
having a good time. A great transfer. PSG's Neymar, Mbappe for PSG, Ronaldo for Juventus, and Lukaku for Inter Milan. A world-class signing. Bale for Madrid, Neymar for Barca, Suarez for Barca, Van Dijk for Liverpool, and of course, the best transfer on this list from Manchester United to Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo.
You never know. In a few more years, Lukaku could be in every single tier. If he just, leaves
Yeah.
Chelsea for a few $100 million and becomes a world-class signing, and then leaves whoever he signs for even more and becomes
He might be, yeah.
and becomes.
He is the most
job.
expensive player with the
he is,
cumulative fees.
That is mad as well, considering Neymar went for fucking 222 million to
And he's gone, yeah.
PSG, and he went for about 80. Yeah,
But every Lukaku move has been, and he started off at Chelsea, and he went to Everton.
And now
as well.
he's back. He was at West Brom as well.
Exactly. A West Brom player is on this list
3 times.
Callum Robson, there's still hope for you, lad. Yeah, perfect tier list. Best one we've done.
No one can argue with it. If you disagree that you're wrong.
If Max was here, what do you think his most controversial take would be in this list? Probably Neymar and Mason. Even though I joked about that. But.
Yeah, I think you never know with Max, really.
If Max, you're listening to this, which you won't be, please put in the in the comment section what you would do. And don't joke and say
he will do that. There's absolutely
flipping Sancho world class. I like how that's the most far-fetched thing I've said. Sancho world class. Thank you for watching, /listening, /engaging. And we will see you next time, wherever that may be. Will it be in the studio? Who knows? I don't know. Oh, I've just highlighted something. Thank you for listening, and we will see you later.
Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye for now.